Victory Monday. Hell yeah. Welcome back to Vikez Vibez. This is DJ, your place for Minnesota Vikings content. So, like I said, Victory Monday. We beat them Giants. Man, I did not see that coming. I don't know. I was nervous. Everything's new. Got a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. Everything. It just our first drive though. That worried me. I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be a long season, and this is gonna be a long game. We got a fumble already, and but we turned it around quickly, and boy, did we dominate! Wow. So, like I said, we didn't start off very good. Our second play on offense, we got Dexter Lawrence sacking Sam Darnold, which, remember I said in the preview video that that's one thing to watch for is Dexter Lawrence. And he showed us again that he is just a beast. And yeah, and then the next play, 3rd and long, screen pass to CJ Ham and he fumbles it, and the Giants did it like I don't know if it was in the red zone or it was pretty damn close if it wasn't. But then we stopped them from getting a touchdown, which that's good. We kept them to a field goal. And then our next drive on offense, we picked it up. Which ended in Aaron Jones' very first touchdown as a Minnesota Viking. 7-3 at that point, the score. And funny thing, after the game I saw this, and it kind of made me laugh. Aaron Jones had one touchdown in week 1, and last year our running back the whole season did not have a single rushing touchdown. Alexander Madison. And then we get Aaron Jones. He gets one in week 1. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Our running game, man, I think it's fixed. I mean, I really liked Aaron Jones and Ty Chandler, that duo. I mean, splitting carries and splitting the workload. I've actually really liked that. And if Aaron Jones and Ty Chandler for that matter can stay healthy, knock on wood, man, that's gonna be a hell of a running game, man. And then Kevin O'Connell, he was starting off aggressive this week. It's 4th and 2 in the red zone, and we go for it, and it pays off. Touchdown pass to Justin Jefferson to put us up 14-3. I loved that. That Kevin O'Connell's like, let's go for it. Let's go. Man, week 1 and you're being that aggressive. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it worried me, but I liked it at the same time. And when it paid off for 6, man, And then Sam Darnold. What a game, dude. He had a career day. Like, he was just on fire. The one interception he had, though, I don't put that on him at all. His arm was hit, so it lost a lot of its strength, and it was just kind of popped up in the air. That's I don't put that on Sam at all, not one bit. Um, he started the game 12 for 12. His first incompletion came with a minute and 9 seconds left in the first half. Man. And it just it it just goes back to this whole offseason, is Sam Darnold gonna shock us? I think that happened in week 1. Us Vikings fans, we're shocked. We definitely ain't complaining, but I mean, I had mixed emotions on what I should feel about how Sam Darnold's gonna play week 1, and the the result was nowhere near that. Like, I wouldn't have guessed in a million years he would have had a game like that. It was outstanding. I loved it. And then late in the second quarter, our rookie Dallas Turner gets his first career sack. Man, I think there's gonna be many more of those this year. Oh, that was awesome. So then at halftime, we're up 14-3. Sam Darnold is 13 for 14, 151 yards and a touchdown. And it's making you think, Kirk Cousins who? Like, who cares about Kirk Cousins? Who's that guy? Who is he? Never heard of him. And then to make it even sweeter, our newcomer, Andrew Van Ginkel, comes up and picks off Daniel Jones and takes it to the house for 6. A pick 6 for the newcomer, Andrew Van Ginkel. Wow. So now we're up 28-6. Just absolutely steamrolling. So red zone for the Giants, 4th and 8. And then Harrison Smith, the hitman, gets his 35th interception. I mean, that pretty much sealed the game right there. Like I said, on the offensive side, the running game, I really loved Aaron Jones and Ty Chandler. I think that I knew, like, going into the season, that duo was gonna be awesome, and they definitely proved that to be. And I think they can even go even better. This is just week 1, and just how the whole team was working together. Like KOC always says, complementary football. This was complementary football at its finest. Scoring on both sides of the ball. Like, man. So that is the final, 28-6. The Vikings. We stop them from scoring any touchdowns. They just get 2 field goals. That's it. And like I said, we play an all-around good game everywhere. Now I'm gonna actually play the locker room speech from Kevin O'Connell after that win, just like I did last year for every win. I played the locker room speech, so here it is.
Fellas, I'm just so proud of the fact that if you look out there on that field all day long, we looked more prepared. We looked better conditioned. All right. We looked better to execute one play every single snap and just keep rolling play after play. We also looked ready to overcome some adversity, self-inflicted. It's an early game in the season. There's going to be some stuff that we get to clean up. We get to do it after being 1-0. All right. Really proud of a lot of guys in this room. First and foremost, give me one. All right. This guy started the game 12 for 12. This guy goes out. This guy's going to go out there and do that over and over and over again. They're going to be talking about him, Sam Darnold. All right, this guy crossed the 6,000-yard rushing threshold for his career. 14 carries. We tried like hell at the end to get to 100, Aaron, but 14 for 94 and a touchdown. Welcome to Minnesota. Defensively, all right, we had a first today. We had a first. All right, where's my man Dallas Turner at with his first sack? We had a first, and then we also had the 35th career interception, Harrison Smith. In his first game with us, all right, had 4 tackles, had a sack, and who didn't expect him to pick that screen off and go back for 6? I want you guys, remember what I said to you last night about my why. It's this right here. All right, I ain't going to get emotional on you just yet. It's coming probably. But this is it right here. Embrace this feeling, and then we go hunt it week after week after week by staying disciplined to what it takes. All right, I love this team. Let's go 1-0. Let's go. Dominate on 3. 1, 2, 3. Dominate.
Yeah. Man, I just I said it all years last year. I just love those. They just I did goosebumps sometimes. Just the passion that KOC puts out there, and just you can tell that he really loves his team. And man, it's just something I have to do. I always have to play the winning locker room speech. Just kind of going, some top performers. Sam Darnold, he proved why he was a number 3 overall pick. He was a very good surprise, and I think that he was very calm. He stayed in the pocket, and he was calm about it, and he tried stepping up in the pocket, which was good, and he just looked like he's been here for a long time. When this is his first regular season game in this offense on this team. So if he continues this and continues this consistency of games like this, man, teams better watch out for Sam Darnold. And if he keeps having games like this, I don't know if I should say it, but watch out for Sam Darnold for MVP. Well, I didn't say that, but it's a possibility. He had a rating of 113.2, so that's awesome. 208 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 pick. Aaron Jones, man, this guy is awesome. He just keeps pushing and pushing and pushing. Like, I'm so glad that we got him. He almost got 100 yards, 94 yards on 14 carries and a touchdown, and he had 2 receptions for 15 yards as well. And like I said, I love the split backfield with him and Ty Chandler. I really, really like it. And then Justin Jefferson, I mean, he didn't have too much action. He had 59 yards on 4 receptions, and he had that 1 touchdown. So, he did have amazing long catch, and a touchdown, like I said. That long catch was, what was that? 41 or 47 yards. That was awesome, and a very good throw by Sam Darnold. That I wanna see more of that, man. And unfortunately, Jordan Addison, he did have a couple very good catches, for first downs in this game, but then he left with an ankle injury and he did not return. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. I did just see earlier today that he is dealing with some, some not I don't know if they said severe, but he's dealing with some soreness in his ankle. So hopefully he can get back and come back uh, to play against San Fran next week. So my predictions that you know I made predictions when the schedule came out, and I mean they weren't too far off, honestly. I I said it was going to be a close game, but it wasn't. It was not at all. Um, but I did have us winning this game. Um, so I mean, it's not spot on, but you know, the first drive, like I said in the beginning, the first drive, it had me thinking it was going to be a long day, but we turned it around very fast, and after that, this team definitely surprised me. I did not see this kind of performance for us, especially in week 1. Now I'm just praying that we keep this up, man. Um, and then I don't know. I kind of put together this thing about grading um, certain areas of the team based off this game. So um, the quarterbacks, which was just Sam Darnold, I'll give him an A. I'm not gonna put the plus on there, but um, you know, he had literally the best game of his career, and we dominated because of that. Not just because of that. I mean, our defense was just outstanding. Um, his decision making was very, very good. Obviously, he started 12 for 12, and he was 13 for 14 at halftime. And then his arm talent, um, like I said, it showed. Um, basically, what the New York Jets thought they were getting at number 3 overall when they picked him. So maybe certain players they are on the wrong team. They're in the wrong system. So maybe I don't know. Maybe it's very early. I know, but maybe Sam Darnold found you know his match, his offense, his system, his team. Um, so then we go into running backs. Um, I'll give him a B plus. Um, so Aaron Jones looked explosive, just as he always does. You know, and like I said, Ty Chandler, he played very well when he was in there as well. So, um, we kept kind of fresh legs for the most part. I mean, Aaron Jones went most of the game, but I liked that they put Chandler in there, and they don't want to get Aaron Jones wore down too much. So, um, and he cuts outside, and has a very good burst on all of his runs. And when he on that touchdown he had, when he went out left and he was curving towards the pylon, I honestly thought that he was gonna get pushed out at like the 2 or 1, but he he got her cooking. He got her in there. Man, that wouldn't have happened if Madison was still here. Like, he probably would have lost yards. Um, Wide receivers and tight ends, I had to give him a B. Jefferson, he had his moments, um, but he wasn't too much of a factor. Maybe he was more of a decoy out there. Um, or Jordan Addison was very good. I mean, he had some very good catches, but then he was injured. That really sucked. And then Jalen Naylor, he stepped up in a big way. He got us a touchdown. Um, I believe he had another really good catch by the sideline, and tight end Josh Oliver made a catch, in a lot of traffic, and I'm pretty sure that pass put us way down in the red zone, like within the inside the 10-yard line, I believe. And there's just solid performances, and you know, it was just outstanding. Offensive line, I have to give them probably I don't know, B or B plus. One of those two. I can't make up my mind. Um, they were pretty solid against the strong defensive front. That had Brian Burns on it and Dexter Lawrence. Dexter Lawrence uh, did get Sam Darnold there. And there was a lot of times where Sam Darnold was under pressure. So that old line was, they were getting through them, but for the most part, that our old line, they stood their ground. They held their own. So for the most part, so um, we go to the defensive line. I have to give them an A. To be honest, I have to give them an A. We had 5 sacks and 12 quarterback hits. I mean, that set the tone. And we never let that offense and Daniel Jones get into a groove at all. Like, they could not get anything going. And that starts, up front on the defensive line. And they Brian Flores is, like I said, Brian Flores' second year as the DC here. I really think he's gonna have it figured out this year, and he had a very good scheme for this game, and it definitely worked. We go to the linebackers. Had to give them a B minus. They held the Giants to just 74 rushing yards, and probably about 3.5 yards per attempt. Blake Cashman was all over the field, and Van Ginkel was amazing with that pick six. Dallas Turner, well, he's not a linebacker, but you know what I mean. Ivan Pace Jr., even though he got a little hot-headed there, he got called for that penalty for smacking the guy in the helmet, but he was out there. Even in special teams, he was out there too, and that's another guy that's just gonna keep getting better and better. Let me go to the secondary. That's the last grade that I'll give, a B plus. Harrison Smith, amazing, 35th interception in his career, sealed the game. And which was Daniel Jones' second interception of the day, and he contained that rookie Malik Neighbors pretty damn well. I don't know exactly the stats on Malik Neighbors, but he didn't have as big of a day that as he could have. I honestly expect Malik Neighbors to have a big game this coming week. I think they play the Commanders, I believe. I don't remember, but yeah, just the secondary, Cam Bynum, just it all around, like this whole team. As a whole team, I'll give a grade as a whole team. I don't know. It's so hard to grade the whole team. My gut's telling me B plus, so I'm gonna go with the B plus. So, there's always some stuff that we can work on. That'll never change. No team is perfect. No person is perfect. So, yeah. So now we are 1-0. Now we get to come home. Our home opener against San Francisco 49ers on Sunday. And that's going to be a big game. That's going to be a test already, week 2. We got a tough schedule coming up. We got the 49ers and we got the Texans. They're both home games, but both those teams are very, very good. I guess we haven't really seen the 49ers yet. They play tonight. I'm recording this Monday evening. So they still have yet to play. But the 49ers, they're always fairly good every year for the last few years at least. And then Houston just won. Diggs had 2 touchdowns, and we got a really hard schedule coming up. So it's going to be a really good test for us, and we'll see how we fare against those 2 teams at least at home. So we were underdogs last year against the 49ers, and we beat them. I do have faith that we'll be able to do it again, especially if we played it like we did against the Giants. I don't see us losing that game if we play like that. So, yeah, that's all I got. Game recap. I'll probably have a video previewing the 49ers game, possibly, but definitely next week, after Sunday, probably Monday again, I'll have a video like this recapping that game, hopefully being 2-0. So that's all I got for you. And hey, if you haven't yet, go subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that bell for notifications of new videos. And like I said before in a different episode, we might have some stuff up our sleeves. So you want to stay tuned to Vikez Vibez this season. And yeah, subscribe, share the show. Skol Vikings, we're 1-0, baby. We'll see you in the next one. See you later.